Hey everybody, welcome to another Baro video. We're here on the Pluto relay, the Oricus one. So let's go see what he's brought us this time around. We're going to start, as always, with the cosmetics. So we've got the Katir Dayak Sindana. It's not one of my favourite Sindanas. I really don't like it. It's too big, it's too bulky for me. However, obviously, its fashion frame is all going to be down to personal preference. So if you like it, 325 ducats, 450,000 credits. We've also got the Prisma Mantis skin, which is absolutely fantastic. All of these landing craft Prisma skins are absolutely worth it. Go get it. I would absolutely recommend it. 230 ducats, 375,000 credits. It's not particularly cheap. However, I would say it's definitely worth it if you want to fashion frame your ship. We've also got the Katir Sugatra. It's a little dangly thing to go on the back of your melees. It's not bad looking. I don't like the Sugatras personally. I don't put any of them on anything. However, it's not actually a bad looking thing, to be honest. So if you like these, then I'd say it's worth picking them up. 250 ducats, 250,000 credits. We've also got the Twin Grakatas Tosin skin, which is brand new and look fantastic. I'm a massive fan of the Twin Grakatas. And I really like these skins for them. In fact, I haven't actually got them yet, so let's get them mid-video. Let's do it. 300 ducats, 300,000 credits. I really like these. I'm going to recommend picking them up if you like the Twin Grakatas. They look so good. I'm very happy with these. We've also got the Katir Kubro armor. 500 ducats, 250,000 credits. I'm, again, not a fan of this one. It's too big. It's too bulky. I just really do not like this. However, again, fashion frame is very much personal preference. So if you like it, 500 ducats. It's very expensive on the ducats. 250,000 credits, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I would say you're not really getting a huge amount with that. But that's just me, really. The Katir Arrow skin. I like these arrow skins. They're actually kind of cool looking. I like the sort of claw thing it's going on at the end here. I'm a big fan of these sort of arrow skins and things that sort of customize the way your arrows look. 375 ducats, 300,000 credits. For a skin for your arrow, it is very expensive. However, I quite like it. It's not a bad looking thing. I'd say go for it if you like it. We've also got a whole bunch of mods that are back again. Primed Bane of Infested, Primed Bane of Corpus, Primed Bane of Grineer. The Prime Bane mods I have done a video on before, and I would say are definitely worth it if you actually like making very focused loadouts towards one specific faction. I've got a Hind Riven and a Karak Riven that are both damaged to Grineer, so naturally I build a very Grineer specific weapon, and that has Prime Bane of Grineer on there. My Mitre has increased damage to Corpus, so I put Prime Bane of Corpus on as well. I'd say these are definitely worth picking up and maxing out if you like switching your loadouts out, depending on what faction you're actually fighting. However, if you're not a fan of the Bane mods and never have been, I'd say these probably are the ones that you could sort of miss out this time around. I'll put a link in the video below showing the power of the Bane mods, because I don't think a lot of people really quite get just how powerful they are. However, they are here this time around. Prime Regen is also here for the Sentinel. I like Primed Regen a lot. I combine it with Sacrifice, which is actually currently one of the event mods from the Plague Star event. I combine it with Prime Regen on every single one of my Sentinels. So you've got the 3 regenerations because of Prime Regen, and you get a much higher invulnerability phase every single time it does go invulnerable. So I would say it's worth picking up if you use your Sentinels. I use it on every single one of them. Definitely pick this up, especially if you're using Sacrifice. We've also got Primed Fever Strike. This is the new mod this time around because melee apparently wasn't strong enough. Therefore, we now need a 165% toxin melee for it now. You know, who am I to complain? 350 ducats, 200,000 credits. I'm going to say absolutely pick this one up. Absolutely. It's very strong. In fact, I haven't actually picked one up myself, so let's do it. I'd definitely say to pick this up. It is a very good mod. Very strong. I don't necessarily know how much use it's going to get in the age of condition overload. Everyone's using dual stats now because, proccing status to get condition overload procced is pretty much the new meta right now, so having a 165% damage mod, not sure how much use it will get, but it's definitely going to be a really, really good option either way. In terms of cosmetics, I actually forgot one. The Katir Tribute Glyph, which is actually sort of hidden in the middle of these Prime mods. I completely forgot about this. It's not a bad looking thing. I definitely won't be using it because I've got my own glyph. And you can find out how to get that in the description below. A little bit of a plug there for you. But it's not a bad looking thing. If you like your Katir stuff, it's definitely a pretty cool little glyph. 80 ducats, 50,000 credits. It's really cheap, so you might as well pick it up anyway. I mean, I'm going to because I'm a bit of a collector. So I'd say it's worth picking up. The Marodetron is also here. I'm a big fan of the Marodetron. I don't use it often enough for like how good it actually is. I am a big fan of it though. I'm going to definitely say it's worth picking up. 500 ducats, 200,000 credits. It's not too bad in the sort of expense department. However, I think it's worth it. Even if you only want it for the mastery, then it's worth picking up and maxing out just from that point of view. So yeah, Marodetron is here this time around. The Axie A2 relic is also here, so it means you can get your Aclex Prime stuff. This hasn't been around for a little bit for a little bit now, so everyone's sort of been running on the stocks from the last time it came around. So the Aclex Prime has been going up in price. Things like the Aclex Prime Link has been rather expensive recently. So here you go, the Axie A2 relics are here again. 50 ducats, 45,000 credits. It's very, very easy to get Aclex Prime parts from this because there's a very minimal kind of drop table. So I'd say it's worth picking up a whole bunch of these. Even if you don't want to farm parts for like the future, that Aclex Prime Link is going to go up in price in Platinum. So you can make some decent plat on that in a couple of months' time when everybody's run out of their relics. And then I believe the final thing is the 3-day resource booster. 400 ducats, 150,000 credits. If you've got more ducats than you know what to do with and you fancy some resource boosting, then I would definitely recommend getting this. Especially if you're going to be farming the event for the next sort of 9 days or whatever is left on it. So I would definitely say it's worth picking this up for. And so now onto the console items this time around. We have a whole bunch of cosmetics, so let's start with the Prisma Hecate Sindana. It's not one that I'm much of a fan of. It's kind of a weird design, but it does have some cool Prisma effects going on. So that might be worth checking out. If you do like it, 250 ducats, 300,000 credits, it's not too expensive, so honestly, pick it up if you like it. Then we have the Prisma Daedalus armor set, which is one of my favourite sets in the game. I use this for a very long time on a bunch of my frames. The energy effects plus the design of the actual armor itself, I think look amazing. And it's the entire set too, which is great. It's only going to cost you 410 ducats and 400,000 credits for the entire set of armor. I'm going to say it's worth it for sure, especially if you're a fan of Fashion Frame. In addition to that, we also have the Katir Sakara, which is an emblem to put on the arm of your frame. It's not terrible looking, it's not to my taste personally. However, I've seen some people use it very, very well and look really good. 400 ducats is pretty expensive for that though, so you're going to have to like it a lot before picking it up. Unless you're a collector, it's, well, you know, it's there if you want it. As is the Katir Noggle, which I am a big fan of. It's only 70 ducats, although it does cost 250,000 credits as well. I love my Noggles, and I'm going to absolutely say pick one of these up at the very least. Pick a couple of them up, honestly. In terms of the mods, both Volcanic Edge and Scorch are farmable in-game. I'm not going to recommend buying them unless you really hate Spy and don't want to farm them, or if you've had horrible luck and you just want to skip the farm. 300 ducats, 150,000 credits each though, they're pretty expensive to buy, but they are available if you want them. As is Primed Ravage, this mod has got more and more use than it ever has. The introduction of the Astilla, the Archoplasmor, and then obviously you've still got the Vacor Heck and you've got weird Riven builds like my Critstrand Wraith. Primed Ravage is definitely worth picking up and maxing out. It is a fantastic mod, and it is going to take your crit shotguns to the next level. If you can only afford one Prime mod this time around, this is the one that I'm going to recommend. 280 ducats and 100,000 credits, you can pick up this beast. Now, I know that saying if you can only afford one to go with Primed Ravage is a bold statement, especially when the other one available for 350 ducats and 110,000 credits is Prime Flow. Prime Flow is a fantastic upgrade over the standard mod, and one that I use on a huge portion of my Warframe builds. It's worth picking up if you can afford it, and I think you are going to get a huge amount of use out of it. The final 2 items available are the Prisma Obex and the Prisma Skana. The Prisma Obex are fantastic if you like your close range fist weapons and punching things in the face. They can be built for crit and status, the strongest combination out there right now. Definitely worth picking up at 500 ducats and 175,000 credits. The same goes for the Prisma Skana, a super effective single sword that can also be built for crit and condition overload. 510 ducats, 175,000 credits is absolutely worth picking up and using. Videos for both weapons are going to be in the description below. They might be slightly out of date. If they're very out of date, I will do updated videos on them in the next couple of days. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the little console bit that I did. I heard you guys in the comments. You know, you're absolutely right. You guys do support me just as much as the PC players, and I apologise that I've been neglecting you guys. So I decided to put the console bit as a specific bit in these videos, and I am going to do that from this video forward. I'm going to have a video coming out a little bit later on the Operation Plague Star, a little bit my thoughts on it, as well as sort of just how to run it quickly and efficiently. But for now, many thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.